like to start off and say, first, this trip, we are in Los Angeles currently, if you want to see it. We are in Los Angeles, and we'll be going all the way over to a station just outside of Miami, in Florida. Now, let's get going. This is a Dodge Charger. It is the dirt spec version of this in the game. So I'd like to hear you grab. Let's go. So I hope you all enjoyed the gameplay premiere. I found it to be quite the gameplay reveal. I was very intrigued when they said they were going to be using a. I'm going to switch to a different spec. I was very intrigued when I heard they were going to use an airplane hangar in Los Angeles for the gameplay reveal. Because I was thinking, there's no way they would go outside of their nice little home in Seattle. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So why would they go there? And I thought the only reason they would go there is because they're expecting a lot of people at this event. And surprisingly, I guess there actually were there were a ton of people at that thing. I think they might have filled up the stadium or wherever they were. They were in hangar. That's good for them. It shows that there's a lot of support for Destiny 2. Or at least that's how it looks. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Now, onto the campaign. From the looks of from the way it is, the campaign looks to be very the campaign doesn't look to be similar. It obviously will branch off Destiny 1's campaign and how the Rise of Iron left off. Actually, no. They said it's supposed to leave off actually more towards Taken King, and that Rise of Iron was kind of a branch off. So, this looks to be our first major Cabal encounter since the end of the Destiny 1 campaign. Back when we, I don't know, I think back when we were defeating them as like collateral damage when we were trying to get into Black Garden. That's the last time we encountered them in the game. Oh, and then besides the Dreadnought, but actually yes, it is directly leading off the Dreadnought. Because if you remember, there was a distress call that was sent from the ship, and we couldn't figure out whether it was received or not. Well, it just so happens to be that the distress call was received, and it was received by the Emperor of the Cabal. And his name, ironically, is Gull. He is the leader of the Cabal, not only leader of the Cabal, but an alter army of the Cabal known as the Red Legion, which I believe is the Cabal's most powerful army. And he believes that the Traveler was meant for the Cabal, and that he is going to make sure that the Traveler realizes his mistake in choosing humanity over the Cabal. So that's the short version, and that's pretty much for all you Destiny 1 veterans out there. For the Destiny 1, for the new people to Destiny, I'd have to make another video for you guys, explaining all the story and stuff. So let me know in the comments if you want that, and I'll generate a video for you guys. The strength of the story seems to be better. Another topic: cinematics. They said that cutscenes, there are more cinematics in Destiny 2 than there was in all of Destiny 1. That's including the base game and all 4 expansions, which means that we will be having a cutscene. I don't know how many missions there will be, but I would estimate a cutscene every 5 to 10 minutes. So that's a lot of action. So, and like I heard fellow YouTubers say, this looks to be, for all you Destiny 1 veterans out there, we know that Destiny 1 didn't really go as planned. You know, development was cut kind of short. This looks to be the Destiny 1 they never had, or this Destiny 1 that they wanted. So I'm curious to see how they take it. You know, are they gonna? It looks like they're gonna make it like the best outing of Destiny we've ever seen, because they already have improved graphics. Because that was the main problem with PS3's graphics, but we'll get to that later. Gameplay in the campaign. From what I saw in the gameplay reveal of the story, it looks like the story is going to be looks like gameplay will be different. There's already differences as far as gameplay, because the sounds are different. And another thing is, you play with AI characters, so you play with Cayde, Six, and Commander Zavala and Ikora Rey, all three of the Vanguard leaders who you previously just saw in the tower in Destiny 1. In Destiny 2, it seems like you'll be playing with them and fighting with them. In fact, if you would like to know the story, I would say, spoiler alert, so if you really don't want to know the story, please skip about a minute into the video. I'll make this quick. The point of Cayde, Zavala, and Ikora is that they will all be split up. And I'll get to the planets they're on later, so that I don't spoil it for everyone. But they will be, and your mission is originally to try to band them back together, get them together, and start thinking again. Alright, so back to you guys that don't want to see the spoilers. I want to talk about the new worlds in Destiny 2. The new worlds, or I want to start off by saying there are 4 worlds, which is the same design as Destiny 1 had, not counting the DLC expansions. And those worlds are Earth, Titan, Io, and Nessus. First go over, Earth is the same Earth we've been fighting on, although they say it is going to be a completely different Earth than we have been playing on before. I'm going to switch cars here. I'm going to switch a different kind of car. They said it's going to be different. All these worlds are going to be different than what we've seen in Destiny 1, which is an encouraging feeling. It means that they don't want us to have the same experience. Now, beginning with Earth. What they said, the main hub in Destiny 2 is going to be the European Dead Zone, which is something that was brought up in Destiny 1 quite a bit. It was where a couple of the Crucible matches were held, and it was a place where kind of Golden Age was lost but never reclaimed. So this is the hub, and they said the European Dead Zone is going to be the biggest destination they have ever made in the Destiny franchise. So it's going to be bigger, which is great, but the question is, what is it actually going to be? Is it going to be all store owners, or is it going to be a bunch of different kinds of activities? Is it going to be vendors? Is it going to be stuff like that? That's the question. All right, on to the next planet, Titan, which is Zavala's new world. Zavala's new world. He has chosen here to recuperate after the Cabal assault on the last city on Earth. And here he is going to recuperate. We do not know the exact story campaign missions for Titan. On to the next one, Io. Io is the traditional warlock safe place. It's the soft spot in every warlock's heart. It's where they come to stay and contemplate. This is obviously Ikora's new chosen world. Alright, let's get this faster. So yeah, this is Ikora's chosen world. This is where she has chosen to end up. And it looks to be like this perfect world, kind of. I don't know the exact location of it. It make me think some kind of moon in between, like Pluto and Saturn, something like that. But it looks to be like this perfect world. Like the Warlocks fabricated everything in this world. And that's how they're doing it. Which would be really cool to see, because I haven't seen like a world that's not like overgrown by stuff. This is basically what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like the last like look of Golden Age technology. And so yeah, that's Ikora's chosen world. Nessus is the world that Cade ends up on. And just a snippet of it is Cade ends up here after he is thrown through a portal and cannot get back. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets back there. This is a fully Vex transformed world, and it is occupied by the Vex and Cabal. I believe they are constantly fighting over it, but this is a Vex world. It has been completely transformed by the Vex. That is it for the part 1 of my thoughts on Destiny 2. It's quite long of a video, so I thought I'd split it up into 2 parts. Part 2 will be coming at you tomorrow, Saturday, May 27th. Thanks for watching my 47th video on Wildshow Gaming. Drop a like on the video, Twitter, Instagram, Steam, and Twitch links in the description, and subscribe for more Wildshow. Go wild, my friends.